Thank you, Jeannie, and good afternoon. It is an honor and delight to be with you today. I began taking photographs when I was 17 years old. I have always felt very fortunate that I found a way to express myself during my wild and unfocused teenage years. I always knew I wanted to photograph people and to tell their stories. And for nearly 40 years, I have used photography to document family, community, and during my newspaper days to chase good news and bad news. Photography has given me a life I could have never imagined when I was growing up in a rural community outside of Pittsburgh. It has empowered me because it has allowed me to share my vision with you. But here's the interesting thing about being an artist, and I always tell my students this: whether you're aware of it or not, whether you like it or not, your work reflects your personality, your dreams, and your beliefs, and you're always putting yourself out there. I love photography because I believe it is a democratic medium. Anyone can do it, especially now with our phones. It is immediate, it can bring joy, it can be healing, and it can motivate. Photographs provide proof of our existence. About 2 years ago, when my friend and former colleague, Greg Victor, asked me to help transform the former Pittsburgh Post-Gazette presses into a work of public art symbolizing free expression, as well as commission artworks and develop educational programs and turn the old press room into a grand marketplace of ideas, well, I was skeptical about getting involved in such a daunting project. When I was working at the Post-Gazette, I found the cavernous press room to be somewhat scary. Everything was doused in ink, and the pressmen, virtually all men, let you know it was their space. But I was not above bribing them with donuts if it meant my photographs were going to look better on the front page. This week, the International Free Expression Project, working with Clear Story and Rivers of Steel, has produced a multimedia installation in that old press room to honor the First Amendment. You can see the production through the press room windows at 34 Boulevard of the Allies. The best viewing is after dark, although it is running from 9 a.m. to midnight through Saturday. It's especially magical at night. But now I'd like to take a moment to talk about these images you see rotating above me. Okay, they're about to rotate. These gorgeous works of art were created by our inaugural class of artists who jumped at the opportunity to reflect on the beauty of the presses and on their essential role in creating a democratic society. They also saw the presses as powerful examples of 20th century industrial art. These artists include April Friege, Iman Ye, William D. Wade, who I believe is in the audience today, Matthew Christopher, Christopher Ruane, Jamie Ernest, Vanessa German, who you will hear from later today, Rebecca Droke, Greg Blackman, Tom Girdle, and myself. Max Winters produced the elegant renderings of what we hope to create in the press room. And that's Charlie. He actually worked on dismantling the presses. The Free Expression Project is putting itself out there. And what I believe we're expressing in the press room and at our exhibit in the lobby here today is that we've already made enormous progress. We started a community. We have already commissioned some beautiful art, and we have shown that the press room can be transformed into a dramatic showcase for creativity at the gateway to our city. One thing this week's displays do not, however, express is that we have also come a long way in gathering talent and support for commissioning a world-class work of public art that symbolizes free expression, and also developing new and engaging educational tools to help people understand the importance of protecting free expression. My story of finding my voice through photography is what the International Free Expression Project is all about. inspiring people, helping people, especially young people, to find their voice through photography or music, science or pottery or politics, and not to let other people silence them, and not to try to silence other people, and to stand up for everyone's right to be seen, and to let everyone prove their existence. Thank you.